Oh my god. Okay. Like 10 minutes ago, I got this. This is my first ever ranked sub 10, like actual officially in ranked. I have I think two sub 10s in non-ranked context. I have one in a private room and one in casual, but in ranked, this is my first one, like against another real player, which is awesome. Ruin Portal Seed, obviously, like any run that's this fast, like at my skill level, like it basically has to be a Ruin Portal Seed. Like if I got a sub 10 on any other seed type, that'd be crazy. I see that it's completable. Boom, looting two. Big, and this is where I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. Obviously, I don't know what the rest of the seed is going to look like, but just looting itself is already enough to start raising some eyebrows. Like, okay, maybe it's time to lock in a little. I see very easily accessible pigs. Great food, obviously. With looting, it's going to give me a ton of food. Like, I only have to kill 2 pigs in order to get it. Outside of the looting, actually, this seed isn't that great. I don't have any gold tools at all, so I have to mine 3 logs for a wood pick. Also, no iron pickaxe, obviously. I accidentally put fire next to my crafting table here, so I put out the fire so it doesn't accidentally light it on fire, because I had my flint and steel offhanded in order to kill pigs. Or iron, pretty standard here. I do an interesting play here of high rolling. I already know that, okay, it's a looting seed. Like I want this because it's gonna be fast. Like I want to play this fast. So like I don't get as many logs as I would usually get without a gold pick. Like without a gold pick, I usually would get like a stack of logs at least, just because like it's good to have that insurance in case the terrain to the bastion is not great. But I decided to only grab 11 this time in order to save time. And boom, I can just enter off this. It's not a super fast enter because I mean it's just not even it's not really a great Ruin Portal overworld besides the looting, so it's fast enough. I finally have it in my muscle memory now to change that pie chart in Ruin Portal seeds, and boom, I get an insta bastion, stables. I loot this chest. The reason why I loot these the reason why I loot these single chests here, like the bottom double and the top double, is because like I like to have insurance in terms of obsidian. I see the fortress there, boom. As soon as I see the fortress, that's when I really started to like be like, this is crazy. Insta bastion spawn, looting 2. The fortress is visible. Like I need to lock in. Yeah, I like looting extra chests in stables just because I like to have at least some obsidian before entering triple the gap. You're usually not going to get 20 obsidian from just triple the gap trades. Like you usually want some obsidian beforehand, and the obby could just be in any of these chests. I tweak out here. I accidentally drop my looting sword because I'm just not used to having swords on the hotbar like actually be useful. So I usually use swords as distraction items, but that sword is not one you can use as a distraction item. I get 0 obsidian from the top double and the entire triple. I loot this top double over here, also no obsidian. At this point I'm like, oh my god, the obsidian is throwing my pace because I'm trying to get all the like I'm trying to get the obsidian chest before I enter the triple gap just for safety, you know what I mean? This bottom double also doesn't have obsidian. I'm kind of freaking out at this point, but I like tell myself to calm down. It's like, okay, it's still fast. This is a really good run. Like my play is not necessarily bad. I just get max punished for the fact that like the obsidian is just at the bottom. Like it's nowhere at the top at all. Like it could have easily been at the top and I would have been rewarded over like just completely skipping it, because then I'd have to get it later. But I was not rewarded, obviously. So yeah. Standard triple the gap. I decided to eat before going into it because triple the gap is one of the routes that I find I have the most amount of difficulty doing without taking a lot of damage. So that's why I always try to be as high health as possible in triple the gap. Throw the gold there. Hit the pigs to re-aggro them. I was considering doing beef salad hole, but then I realized I didn't have enough blocks. That's something I've learned recently. Also, something to point out, I'm not using hitboxes right now. That's because, 1, I just like how no hitboxes looks better, and 2, I'm trying to learn no hitbox preemptive because I've heard that it's better for like pure spikes and stuff. So I'm trying to learn my numbers for that. So that's why, like, just to make it easier, I have hitboxes off for the entire run. So yeah, I start switching my pie chart because obviously I don't need the pyre because I saw the fortress. It's north. I noted the direction. And now I have to go all the way to the bottom chest. First, I check the bad gap chest, because when a gap is bad, there's a chance of the obsidian just being in the bad gap chest down here. Like, this is one of the eligible chests for an obsidian. Obviously, it's not, so it's literally in the last possible chest I checked in the entire bastion, which is this bottom single here. And then boom, there's my 6 obsidian that I need. Which, I mean, I think I counted it. The amount of time I would have saved if I just went down on the triple as soon as I got to the triple would have been 30 seconds. Which means that this run could have been a 908 if I decided to play a little more risky and not try to get all of the top chests for the obsidian. I realize these trades are really good. I can just leave now. I have everything that I would need. I saw the fort. It's north. I throw a little bit of a blind pearl here, but luckily it lands on a tree. And then boom, I throw another pearl. This pearl's not great if I remember correctly. It puts me at the bottom of the fortress leg. I was considering pearling again here, but then I realized I was on 2.5, and I was like, okay, I'm just not gonna, like, let's just build up. Let's just not die. My opponent is keeping pace with me here, so I know I have to crank. I turn my RD down because I'm playing for strays, because obviously looting, you only need like a couple blazes. You don't play spawner ever on a looting seed, unless you're just like on it or something. So yeah, I get 1 blaze here. I have 2 rods. I'm looking for stray blazes. I'm not getting a lot here, but it's a massive exposed good part. Like, I'm just going to get strays at some point, so I wasn't too worried. And then boom, this is all the blazes I need right here, guaranteed, for pretty much. Kill that one, kill that one. I think I'm at 5 rods at this point. Yeah, so I just need to kill 1 more. And then boom, I'm blinding. That was like a 40-second fortress split. Be careful not to misplace here because I'm on exactly 20 obby. I don't, luckily. Set up my bow die. I've been having some issues with my bow die missing recently, even though I haven't been really changing anything. But luckily on this run, it doesn't really matter. Cracked all my eyes because I have tons of pearls. My measurements. And this blind is about as perfect as you can possibly ask for. 337. I mean, the perfect blind is obviously if you hit the stronghold, but outside of that, like, this is as perfect as you can ask for. I decide to organize my inventory because I'm planning to pre-craft here, because there is no point in pre-crafting in the nether because I already have all my rods. Like, there's no overlap anymore. I almost crafted 7 anchors. That would have not been great because I don't have the glowstone for that, but yeah, beautiful. I'm 707 heading to stronghold cords. This is fast for me. Like, anything that's like sub 8 stronghold is fast for me. 1 pearl is directly on the cords, pretty much. The opponent gets I Spy before me, so I was a little worried that, like, my PV will get ruined by me just being beat, which is crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy, but it would have been kind of sad. And boom. This stronghold map was kind of weird. I wasn't really getting, like, you'll see. I do no hitbox, no hover preemptive. I get a Gigantosaurus Rex spike over there. I'm not trusting that. 60 plus on the orange is never a good sign. But I'm also really not getting anything else. So I'm like, okay, let's try out this spike first, like the mid to right spike. I go down here to see if it wraps around over there. Library. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, this is like almost fully cleared, the right area. So let's just try left. I try to rescan. I'm not really getting much. I think I get a 43 here, but like for 43, I would like the unspecified to be a little bigger. Luckily, I go the correct direction. Like, I kind of just like, I'm not getting much, so I just decide to just clear space, and luckily I got it pretty quickly. I throw out my pickaxe. That's probably not great. And then boom, like, this looks great. Like, obviously going down a staircase, iron bars, it looks like a porter room, and it ends up being the porter room. I could just enter. I have all my eyes pre-crafted and all my beds. Open, amazing. Front cage, a literally perfect possible 0. I remember thinking in this moment, like, if I choke this 0, like, I will never forgive myself. Like, this is about as beautiful of a 0 as you can ask for. You can't see my cords, but I go 95, very easy height to push on front cage, especially if it's open. I didn't pre-craft my bow. What's it called? I have a habit of, like, not pre-crafting my bow for some reason, which is not good. Like, I need to get rid of that habit. But luckily enough, I have enough explosives to where it just doesn't matter. Obviously, if I had a bow, I might have saved, like, a couple locations to make it faster. But nice little 6 explosive 0. I can pearl in. I have enough health. I'm very, very happy because this is something I've been grinding to get diamond recently. which is one of my goals for the season. But this was also one of my goals for the season. Sub 10 in ranked. I'm so glad to finally have this done and have it actually be in a real ranked game and not in like a private room where you can selectively choose the seed you want to play. You know what I mean? Like this is a weight lifted off my shoulders. Break the barrier 8.